mainly through Wigan's kind of control. They just couldn't kind of impose themselves on the game like they usually would. And yeah, Wigan deserved to win.
Worms was a big factor in that, clearly. And he will be back when we could see these two sides play off again in potentially a grand final in a few weeks' time. Wigan, Percival was also out of Saints. Otherwise, it was close to their full strength. Morgan Knowles, I thought, was Saints' best player in this game. I thought he was brilliant. His part in the build-up to the try, actually, the Saints try, I thought was underappreciated, but absolutely fantastic. So I would give a shout out to him on that regard. Whereas Wigan, I don't think there was a bad performance. I don't think there was a below 8 out of 10 performance for Wigan. Singleton's done really well since he's come in. Wigan were without Manfredi and O'Loughlin from their best side, arguably Marshall as well, from their best side. So Wigan weren't full strength either. People need to know. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. I absolutely loved this one.
Yeah, I can understand that. Is it? I mean, obviously,
boy,
it depends
did we
on...
need it, because the backlash over the new badge would have been twice as hefty if we didn't.
Well,
I'd already heard they were planning
obviously...
on projecting the new badge onto Saints and Warrington stadiums. I thought, don't do that if we lose. I mean, probably don't do it anyway, but don't do it if we lose.
But yeah, it all went right in the end.
Friday night wasn't the end of the fun, though, was it, this week?
No, it was not.
We had a game on Sunday afternoon, which I listened to on the radio, but did fall asleep and have a couple of naps during each half. But it was Wakefield Leeds again, and this time Leeds came out victors. It was 14-12 to the Rhinos at half time, to the Ash Handley-led Rhinos, and it was 20-18 at full time. Liam Moore was the referee for this one. In terms of the stats, Leeds had the better stats overall, notably 2.4 metres per carry better average gain and a 2.2% better tackle success rate, but also more metres and twice as many breaks, 8-4. Individually, Ash Handley with 2 tries, 1 try assist, 11 tackle balls, 260 metres and 3 clean breaks. Mikuledzki with 187 metres, Luke Briscoe 5 tackle balls, 150 metres, and young Sam Walters 40 tackles. For Wakefield, Tinny Arona 53 tackles, 14 of which were marker tackles and 3 successful offloads. Lee Kershaw came in for Tom Johnston and had a try, 5 tackle balls and 240 metres. He got a breakaway try, didn't he? Ben Jones-Bishop 133 metres. David Fafita, his second strong performance in the week. I think he was one of the people maybe we were looking at as possibly a dressing room leak, but he's turned that around. 12 marker tackles, 7 tackle balls, 121 metres, 6 successful offloads. I think that's 4 matches in a row he's manoeuvred his way into the stats roundup, so it's good we've been able to keep track of him.
Yeah.
Robert Louis got a caution for a dangerous throw in this game, but not really much there. Captain for the day, Ash Handley, got 3 Albert Goldfoot points. Ryan Hampshire got 2 from Wakefield's point of things, and then Brad Dwyer got 1. It was this game featured maybe the try of the weekend, the Sutcliffe try from the Handley break, do you think?
Yes. Possibly. I mean, you know, Handley's highlight reel from this weekend was pretty amazing, really. Obviously, I've just seen the highlights. To Wakefield's credit, they've come out in a style and they've just kept playing in the same way, which is slightly kind of, you know, just throw it about and see what comes of it. But frankly, it's working. And I know they didn't win this one, but they were entertaining. And, you know, they managed to... It took some fantastic play from Leeds to get over the top of them here, really. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's Leeds who are playing for something. Wakefield had nothing in this game. And,
tangible,
you know... They didn't play like that. As you said, there was a couple of breakaway tries, wasn't there? There was the Kershaw one, and obviously Handley's persistence with his break for Sutcliffe's try. And then obviously Dwyer got the crucial one right at the end to get him over the line.
Yeah, and I think that's why he got got 1 point. It sounded like this game got really messy. It was probably wet because it was wet everywhere on the weekend. So
yeah, I guess so.
I'm guessing that played a part in it. Maybe, I don't know, but it sounded like it got a bit messy in the second half. But it sounded like it was very exciting, and for Trinity to play in such an exciting game at this stage of the season with, like you say, not having much to play for tangibly, every credit to them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have much else to say other than I like Brad Dwyer's quote at the end of this game. that he's feeling a bit like a squashed pie at the moment. I quite liked.
Well, he gets a week off. He'll be pleased to hear.
Good for him.
Yeah. Game 6 of the week then, which was from round 2 apparently, even though both teams played in round 2. So how the fuck's that happened? But anyway, it was Salford versus Catalans, and it was 18-6 to Catalans at half time. Catalans really had a strong start to this match, but it finished 42 points to 24. Jack Smith was the referee, and that last try from Salford came right at the very end. Bit of a neat individual play from David Mead, actually, another cracking try. But Salford were just really came out of this in the second half, at the start of the second half. In terms of the teams, they've made the same amount of errors and penalty counts were low, but Salford had 54 more carries for 209 more metres than their visitors, who actually, Catalans actually had a 1.2 metres per carry better average game, but they couldn't make that score count on the scoreboard, giving up 11 breaks to 5 and 7 tries to 4. Individually, Reece Williams with a try, 5 tackle busts, 132 metres. Dan Sargentson with 2 try assists, 11 tackle busts, 197 metres, 2 clean breaks. Callum Watkins with a try assist. That was a nice pass, his try assist. 7 tackle busts, 132 metres and 3 clean breaks. Chris Whelan with a try assist, 9 tackle busts and 119 clean breaks. No room in the stats roundup for Here's 2 tries and 1 try assist, or Chris Ninu's 3 tries. For Catalans, Paul Seguier making what I think must be his first appearance of the season, if not one of very few. But 1 try, 49 tackles, 11 of which were marker tackles. Maybe he might get another look in going ahead. We had 1 try and 154 metres from the aforementioned David Mead. We also had 45 tackles and 14 marker tackles from Ben Garcia, and 1 try and 158 metres from the incredibly consistent, if only he could have played more games for them, Tom Davies. 8 games he's played. Is that enough to be on the shortlist for Winger of the Year? He's scored 12 tries in those 8 games.
It depends how long the long list is.
Yeah, conversation for another time. But he's been very good for Catalans.
Every time I've seen him, he's looked excellent this year. So yeah, I can't argue with him too much.
I listened to this one on the radio, and it seemed like it was going how you'd expect. The team with something to play for the top 4 positioning. Were on top in the first half. They weren't the strongest side out there. They had a few omissions, the Tompkins brothers particularly, but you know they were on top and they scored some good tries. And then the second half was just bang, 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 bang. Salford went from being 12 points down to being a mile ahead in no time at all.
I think watching obviously I've just watched the highlights on YouTube, and it was like 41 minutes, 40 odd minutes. There was like 4 tries in like 10 minutes, and obviously I'm guessing they were kind of, they had the ball kicked back to them, and they must have kind of almost scored immediately. And it was obviously just a torrent of field position and possession, and they took their chances. And Catalan must have been in shock because they probably thought they had the game won at half time. You'd have thought.
And Sargentson and Lola here were involved in everything. You heard their names so many times in the description of and the recap of those tries at that stage. So Sargentson back at fullback was a good thing for them, and working well with Lola here. Yeah,
again, a team who has nothing to play for.
Maybe they knew it was going to be their last match. Oh, it's not. They're playing on Friday, aren't they? Against Wakefield. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I mean, we'll get to previews, but that could be like Harlem Globetrotter stuff. That could, I tell you.
It's going to be 40 points to 36, isn't it, or something?
Yeah.
I hope it's Golden Point.
That's just me.
Right, so stat line of the week. It's people are gonna be pissed off with me. It's Liam Farrell, 56 tackles, 16 mark tackles, none of which were missed, and 166 metres. That's amazing. With a definite nod, of course, to the machine Mike Lawrence, and also to the man who backed it up with two strong performances, Ash Hanley, twice over 200 metres. It's really Ash Hanley, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I wrote both of those in before I chose the guy that I've actually gone for, and I've gone slightly different, just because we can see his entire brain processing as he runs down the pitch. I've gone for Innis Senior with 2 tries, a try assist, 152 metres, and 3 clean breaks.
And he grabbed a try in the losing effort as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. Player of the week. He signed a new contract. He scored a crucial try. My eyes light up with heart emojis for this boy, Brevin French. He's only player of the week because he signed a new deal, though. Really, it's arguably Connor because he was so important in that win.
Yeah, you see, my player in highlight, I've ummed and ahed. I've gone for Reece Lynn as my player of the week because he played 2 games and he was very good in both. Because my highlight of the week is the Ash Hanley break and the Sutcliffe try. That's my individual highlight of the week.
Yeah, as a try, I'd probably pull that one out as well as mine. But as a actual real highlight, it's just that entire 80 minutes on Friday night. And after that game, I was just like, fuck the regular season, playoffs now. Standings. Sorry.
Yeah, I knew what you'd pick, so that's why I chose something slightly different.
Standings. Wigan take over at the top of the table with a 75% win success rate from their 16 games. They now have the chance to win the League Leaders' Shield if they beat Huddersfield on Friday. Saints dropped to second on 70.59, which is the same as third place Warrington after 2 wins on the same day, with Salford not fulfilling their round 19 fixture. I feel like with what's happened in the 5 days since that, I just feel like it's wrong. Although it wasn't due to COVID-related absences, neither is why Saints aren't playing Catalans this week. Neither is why Hull KR had already said they couldn't play in 2.5 weeks' time. It just feels wrong that Warrington could get a bye next week if Wigan lose this week from a game that they didn't play because Salford were forced to play every 4 days for all of October.
Yeah. And Warrington played. I think Warrington might have played two or 3 games, so maybe twice in October.
Yeah.
Where Salford played like 5 games or something. It was just ridiculous.
But it is, that was the rules in place at the time. So that's how they're applying them. And actually, more importantly, I don't think it has a knock-on effect downwards in the table now with the changes. So that's maybe more fair for people who might have wanted to take that place, and if Warrington had what could be perceived as an unfair lift up there. But anyway, I wonder if they paid Salford for not turning. No, I'm joking. not throwing that conspiracy theory out there. Catalans are 4th, 61.54 from just 13 games. Leeds are 5th on 58.82%, with Hull FC 6th on 52.94%. Huddersfield and Salford both have 41.18%, but that's before Salford's deduction is applied. Castleford in 9th will become 8th on 37.5. Wakey next on 27.78, with Hull KR last on 17.65. And I think Hull KR will be pleased that their season's over.
Yes, they'll be as pleased as Tom is.
Predictions. I went 2 out of 5 last week, and you went 3 out of 5 of the games that we predicted that were played. In the Super Brew, though, I stay top. Tim is 2nd, but got the spoon this week. Alan, you're 3rd, and you wear the cap this week. Sarah is 4th. In the main Super Brew, Steve Pye stays in top spot, and Joe Newman is wearing the yellow cap. In the Fantasy League, Baggers stays top.